Hi, everybody. Were you wondering if I was coming on tonight? Had to tease you for a few minutes, didn't I? Well, somebody spilled a Diet Pepsi in the kitchen. Who was that, I wonder? Not this one, because I spilled almost a whole one in there. And I needed to get that cleaned up. So I am so glad to be here with you tonight. Why am I drinking Diet Pepsi at 7 p.m.? I don't know. I will find out. I don't think anything can stop me from. Oh, gosh. I don't think anything can stop me from getting a good night's sleep because I'm currently quite anemic. And one of the side effects is you sleep like the dead. And the only bad thing about that is you never really wake up and you're like rested. But anyway, that's okay. So I can drink Diet Pepsi at 7 p.m. And thank goodness I had an extra after I spilled the other one on the floor. Hello, everybody. Anna says she's drinking Diet Coke at 6. So that's okay. Yeah, I know. I know, Anna. Oh, 9. Sorry, at 9 o'clock your time. Okay. And I will take a Diet Coke too if there's nothing else around. So I'm not, I used to be very pro only Diet Pepsi, but now I still do that to keep up appearances. But to be quite honest, just between you and uh, I will drink a Diet Coke too. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to see you, and I can't wait to make cards with you tonight. This is Lisa Harden. You are joining me live tonight, maybe recorded, but I am coming to you live tonight from a beautiful Boise, Idaho. It's been about 45 degrees since the last time we spoke. And so, just most of our snow has gone away like it was never even here. Actually, it's still very wet outside, which is great because we basically live in the desert. So anytime we can get a little bit of extra moisture, that's good. Hello, everybody. Jean has coffee. Okay, Roz has been drinking iced tea. Okay, excellent. But Roz, you stay up all night. So I don't know if I should be following your lead. In any case, like I said, I'm not going to have a problem. I'm drowsy right now. You would think that would make me be a little bit more quiet with you guys, but no, I can't because you know why? I'm excited. I'm always excited to join you, my friends, have some stamping fun, have some chatting fun. Hello, Trish. And just see what everybody's been up to, okay? And this is Stamp and Chat. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and one of the things that means is that I will be selling or I sell all the beautiful products I'll be using tonight, plus thousands more. Stampin' Up! Is a 35-year-old paper crafting company with high quality choices for all your paper crafting needs. And if you need our new mini catalog and you live in the United States, I'd love to send you one. Just private message me your mailing address and I'll get that out to you. And it is also celebration time. We still have, one more month and a couple of days left of celebration. These are free items that you can earn. You cannot purchase them, you have to earn them. So you can get a free item out of this catalog for every $50 you spend. And there are a couple of um, deluxe items, I guess you'd call them, that are $100. And so if you want to get something extra special for yourself, you can get that. And you get an item for every $50. So it's not just one item per order or anything, it's every $50 order before tax and shipping. And you get to choose something, and you can choose extras of things, you can get multiples. So it's very, very fun. If you were in my paper share, Paper Palama event, you got one 6x6 sheet of paper from every sheet of paper in this one. And you got two 6x6 of every paper in the mini catalog. And FYI, the event part of that, I gave you, besides all of those cards, I gave you a little goodie bag of all sorts of card bases, die cuts, punch cuts, embellishments, ribbons. I'm looking at it. And so I'm going to be sending you a PDF tutorial about lots of different ways to use your DSP with cards. That's going to go out tomorrow night. Let's say Friday the 26th or Saturday morning the 27th. probably Friday night, though. I'd like to just get it done. And Kathy Walton says, can you tell me the sandwich for 3D embossing folders? I will answer that in just one moment. And yeah, why don't I just do it now? It's pretty easy. So a 3D embossing folder, whether it's in the, well, I think the color of the plates might be slightly different, but if you are working on the mini, or if you're working on the standard, I'm sorry, let me grab an embossing folder here. So if you have the embossing basics, this polka dot pattern, it's definitely 3D. It's thicker, gives you nice fat polka dots. And so what you do is you take all the plates away except for one, okay? And then you have your embossing folder, and you put a sheet of cardstock in there. Let me see if I have one. We can pretend. Yes, let's pretend. And then you put your sheet of cardstock in there, right? And then you put the fold facing the front, the way you're going to put it in. And then you take this one, number 4, and put it in. And that's your sandwich. Okay, so number 1, I think it's frozen. There we go. Number 1. Then your embossing folder with your cardstock. And then number 4. Yeah, I hope that helps. Okay, and we will pop back to the desk in just a moment. But I want to know, how are all of you doing this week? And you're giving me some weather reports, which I totally love. And oh, Jean, you're so awesome. Thank you. You know what? I checked right before I came on here. All of the paper shares and all of the classes have been delivered. So if you think you're missing something from me, please let me know. But I'm very glad that they got there, and I just hope they got there just like I sent them, right? Of course, I put a few little extra insurance pieces there to make sure they do show up together in the form of plastic packets and such. So hopefully everything was labeled. Uh-oh, Kathy says, thank you. She already killed a plate. Well, that happens, Kathy. That happens sometimes. But I hope that helps you. And now you can craft while you're watching me, right? Thank you so much for sharing, everyone. And when you share, then I share. And what that means is, as you're enjoying this video, if you will be so kind as to share it over to your Facebook, YouTube site, whatever, copy it over to your social media sites, and then come back and in the comments, write the word shared. And when you do that, you're going to be entered into a drawing the following week. And I come live most Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Okay, and when you do that, then we spin the wheel. It's just a random draw. And tonight, what did I pull? Oh, tonight I pulled some cool paper. I haven't seen it for a while. It was down in the bottom of the treasure chest, kind of hiding. Do you remember this paper? It's called All Together. It's all black and white. It's a cool set. And you can do all sorts of coloring with, in particular, I'm thinking all the neutrals, right? We have like 10 or 11 different colors that can be skin tone. And so we're giving away this, and I'm giving away, ooh, these are such fun. They were part of a gnome suite, and they're fine sparkle adhesive. Let's see. There we go. Fine sparkle adhesive backed gems. And there's some sweet sorbet up in the top part. So this is going to be tonight's drawing. Last week's drawing, if I recall, was paper snips and an embossing folder. And that was Laura Kuiper's. And Laura, it'll be going out tomorrow. The week kind of got away from me, okay? Hello, Joan. What is my host code and how long does it last? My host code usually lasts for a month. The current one is going to last for, as I look at my watch that's not on, let's see, it's the 25th. I'll probably keep it open for a few more days. It's going to be very close to probably like the 30th. I try to run them for the beginning and the end of a month, and then get a new one. Okay. If you look at the very top of my Facebook page, or if you go over to thestampingzoo.com, let's just venture over there right now because I need to show you something on that page anyway. So let's go over to, I'll share my screen in just 1 minute once I make sure I can pull this up, right? And so, Stamp It Up demonstrator, Lisa Harden. That's me, believe it or not. And oh, why does it look different? Where's the top of this thing? It's like it's a different it's not supposed to be this big. Let's try it again. Let's see if it comes up. It'll still work, but okay, so it wants to be silly. Whatever. Well, right up here, there's usually a picture of a llama and it has my code on it. And it actually, anyway, just know that it's at the top of the page and I'm always willing to help you. But you can also just hit my shop now code. And then you will see up here, it will say shopping with Lisa Harden. And you apply the code to anything that is orders for $150 or less. No, $149.99 or less. So let's say you wanted to order this. I don't even know what this is. Okay, let's say we want to order some Berry Burst cardstock, which is beautiful. It's on my list. I'm running a little low. And when you go over to view cart, right here is where you add my host code. You do this and you put it in here. And it's a series of letters and numbers. I believe it starts with an R right now. If somebody sees it on their page, if you can put it in the comments, that's great. But anyway, you type it in here, okay? And then you hit apply. And that's how you work with that, okay? Hey, you know what? While we're over here, why don't we take a look at, let's shop products and let's do online exclusives. I'm always talking about the online exclusives, but I just don't want you to forget about them. We're having more and more things as time goes on that end up over here in this nice, very coordinated, organized section. And it's online exclusives. And that's exactly what it means. Things that are not in the catalog, but are still very current to order. Okay. Stampin' Up! Is going to release 2 new kits every month this year. Okay, here's one of them for January. It's adorable. My friend Alicia bought it, and I'm gonna want it. It's just so cute. It's only $14. Look at that. And so gives you a nice picture of everything you can purchase. And then you can also get this Rock Legend kit, also $14. And I love this because I think it fits a niche that sometimes we have a hard time making cards for, which is kind of, well, I want to call them tweens. Is that even a thing anymore? I don't know. But not babies and not adults, but in betweens. So I hope you give these guys a second look, and hope you don't forget about the online exclusives. That's part of what I'm here to do, is to help you know that there's all sorts of things you can look for. And in fact, there's a lot of beautiful ribbons over in this section that are no longer, they carried over from the mini catalog from uh, Christmas. And so, anyway, please just know that that's all there for you to take a look at. And it's pretty fun. So, yes. Okay. Hello, Laura. There we go. Oh, Kathleen says she got the Panda Kit, but she hasn't played with it yet. I'm sure it'll be fantastic. KZ. It looks like a stamp set that we used to have a few years ago. So, hello, Jenny. Oh, Trish, you're so nice. Trish gave us the code right here, so you can take a screenshot if you want. That's my current code for January. And like I said, it will be going away probably the 30th or 31st. I don't like to go right up to the day because I think that they delete them after 30 days. So anyway, when you use that code for your orders under $150, that helps me to bring you something free every week. It helps me to really beef up all the kits and events that I provide, and it helps me coordinate, or it helps me gather up all of those smaller orders. And the company lets me get stamp and rewards for that. So, and then I just turn around and give them back to you. Okay. So I appreciate that so much. Yes. And so, Kathy, you're getting a lot of good tips about the embossing folders. Okay. Great. Okay, friends, what are we going to work on tonight? We're going to have a little bit of a stamp camp tonight. So, I had a stamp camp at my house. Uh-oh, I got this out. This was in those markers. Ah, no, I can't stop, Alicia. It's still in business, but it is very cool feeling. Okay, so if you wonder like what in the world I'm doing down here. So we're gonna have a little bit of a stamp camp night. I had a catalog launch on Saturday. It was very fun. Oh, I felt just so rejuvenated, and well, what I wanted to do was just stamp all day, and I did a fair amount of it. And so anyway, I'm gonna stamp with you. I made extras of my supplies and a couple of the cards. And I know, Jenny. A couple of the cards in particular were so cute. I'll show them to you when I point down because the lighting is washing him out. He's not camera ready. If you missed us last week, go back and watch the replay, girl. It's on forever because we had so much fun with the sending love. We made these. We made some other things, and we talked about stuff. The general routine. So I am going to point you down now, and we are going to get to it. Let me move my keyboard. That's not really helpful. That's only helpful to me. Okay, I will take that down. Thank you very much, Trish. And Trish, I assume you are stateside. Very glad to see you, and I can't wait. I hope you're coming to team meeting, or I hope you're at least going to tune in via Zoom, so that so we can hear about your trip. Okay, and yes, here he is. Oh, yes. I can't do this with all the cute things, that I receive, because some of the things that you guys send me, they wouldn't like this. Like those cute llamas that Anna sent me from Machu Picchu. I can't really love them and squeeze them and hug them. I can't love them and squeeze them and hug them. Oh gosh. Uh-oh. Kathy Sheely is subbing tomorrow. Watch out, kids. She'll spank you. I'm sure you can't do that anymore. Not that I ever got spanked. I mean, seriously, I was way too much of a teacher pleaser. Look at this beautiful card. Oh, this is so cool. Just received this today in the mailbox from my beautiful friend and customer, Carla. And then you open it up. She's such a great card maker. Look at that. Look at that beautiful paper. It's like from, it had the lions in it, didn't it? Or the tigers? Anyway. Oh, so nice. Beautiful paper. This beautiful fold. I love it so much. Is this just jade? Carla. Yeah, this is her special stash, I bet. Anyway, isn't that beautiful? I love it. This is a great way to use DSP, isn't it? Like kind of keep it solid on the outside with the stamped images, and then bam. Thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate it so much. Okay, let's see here. What did we do in stamp camp? We're not going to do everything. You have to come to stamp camp to do everything. Yeah, thanks, Corinne. Wildcats. We're going to make this from Notes of Nature. I was really proud of this card because I'm sure that I took inspiration from the internet, obviously, but I am not strong at collage styles of cards. And I really like this card. So we made that. We made, this cute little stand-up calendar. Isn't it great? Look how this ribbon from Celebration just like livens it up. I can't wait to take this to work. And that's with some celebration paper that's free, right? And then I made this guy. Oh, so cute. So beautiful with the watermelon. I don't know now. And do I have my stamp sets out here? No. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of running. I'm such a dense head. I've had them pulled. Oh, here. Maybe I'm not a complete dense head. I was like, I swear I had these things pulled. No. Then I put them away because that's how my mind works. Okay, I need notes of nature and I need watermelon. All right. Let's hope. Watercolor melon. There we go. And notes of nature. Where did that go? Tell me. Don't tell me I've done something strange with it. I hope not. I love that stamp set, you guys. It's so fun. It makes me feel like I can do collage cards. I don't know how to do collage cards, but it's something with that stamp set. It's just helping me. Okay, that must be over here somewhere. So we do have watercolor melon. Oh, here it is. Notes of nature. It's so fun, you guys. You got to get it. I mean, listen to me. You know I never steer you wrong. Okay, so just do it. It's in the new catalog, of course, and then has all sorts of beautiful dies. And of course, when you get the catalog, you get lots of great ideas. That's why you need a catalog. Oh, that's nice. You made a stand-up calendar for your granddaughter at her new job. Isn't that like, it's very rewarding and humbling. She wanted one of your calendars at her new work. Okay, let's see if I can find Notes of Nature. It's part of a much larger mega suite. That's not what we call it. That's just what I call it, a super suite. And I hope you all have a chance to play with it. Hello, hurry up, Lisa. Okay, here it is. It's on page 43 in the mini catalog. Okay. And so I was looking at this. Cindy Howard sent a card in my swap, and that was giving me inspiration vibes. I think I saw something online from Gail Ellis in Australia. I mean, it was just like all over. And so I was looking at all the pieces and parts and just put them all together. That's what we do, right? Jean says she's completely changed her. Now, Jean, and if you know Jean, when she makes up her mind, you know, you can take it to the bank. But now she says she's completely changed her mind about it now that she's been seeing some gorgeous cards. Well, I will do my best, Jean, to help sway you, hopefully sway you towards getting it if you like it. I'll give you one more reason. And then look at all these cool, these couple like really long ones we're going to use. And then, of course, you can cut out certain images, and then you can add different leafy pieces to add more texture. And so then I used a little bit of our wavy trim from the annual catalog, but I think everything else comes from that suite. We're definitely going to make that one. And then I'm sure we'll have time to make the watermelon. It's so fun. And you know what? The watermelon, can I be honest? And somebody else told me this, a little underwhelming when you just look at it. I was like, what? Okay. It's cute and all, but did I need it? Well, I think I needed it because this might not be the thing I think about right now in January. And in the summer, just think about all the cute watermelon themed gifts that you can give. This could be for party invitations. And then I saw a little trick. Can you see this embossing folder as watermelon seeds on it? No, it's actually the rainy day embossing folder. I saw that trick from Miss Erica Serwin because she's like brilliant that way. And so she just embossed it with the rainy day embossing folder. which is in the annual catalog. And so it just gives you that thought of watermelon seeds, right? So we will definitely make that one too. And then if we have time, of course, we'll make the calendar. We have a drawing to do. I have to tell you about zoo events. You know, you need the zoo news. And if you really want to get the zoo news with all the links and everything sent right to your mailbox, go on over to thestampingzoo.com where we were, and a purple pop-up box will ask you to sign up for the news and then do it. And then you'll receive my emails, only a couple a week usually at most, but you'll receive my emails, and that lets you know about all of my events. It keeps everything in one easy place so you can see what I'm doing, see where I'm going to be at, and then should you like to join in something, then you'll have all the links. I can't always post links straight to Facebook because of Stampin' Up! Policy. So depending what's included in the event. But what I can do is I can send you everything in my email. Okay, I'm ripping up all this paper. I have a bunch of paper, okay, and I've just been stacking it, and now I'm realizing it's stuck together because I'm using seal adhesive on everything. Good job, Lisa. Okay, so this is some old olive paper. Beautiful. And I haven't opened this since I made it last weekend. And I knew I was going to have to cut some of the pieces. And we need a piece of designer series paper. And I really like the paper that I chose. But let's take another look, because this paper is really quite beautiful. Now, again, this has just a little bit of gold foiling in it. You can see it on the back. It's in the form of splatter. See it? Okay. And so knowing what the design is going to be, I will let you guys choose the paper within reason. I'm not going to let you choose Pebbled Path because that just doesn't go. And I think we can choose the same paper because I probably still have it. Okay, so we can go with this, a larger design. We can go with, that's kind of Pebbled Path. I'm going to hold off on that. We can go with, let's see here. We could go with this one. Okay, that might be interesting. And we can go with the original. Okay. Hello, Jeanne. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, I think those are the three that are, well, this one's fine too. This like sketchy grid. Can you even, the camera plays with that kind of oddly, doesn't it? So which one of those do you guys like? Let's see. Let me move this and then I'll number them and then you can tell me, right? 1, 2. That's the newsprint. 3, 4. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Once I get like 3 or 4 numbers. So vote fast. If you want your choice, vote. Anna says 2, 4. Oh gosh, we're gonna play Twister. 2, 2. Cindy likes 22. No, that's not an answer. She means 2. That's 4. Now 3. 3's in the running. And 1 over here. Now 2. I think it's 2, guys. Thank you so much. I love doing that. Okay, and so this was 4 by 5 1/4. But there was no wrong answer, just in case you're wondering. You know, every time I used to play that game with Jen Houston, I would always pick the loser. It was just like I always had the loser. I think one time I chose the winner, and I think they decided it must have been an accident. And so no wrong answers when we're choosing different designs and stuff. So 4 by 5 1/4 on that. Okay. And there's no wrong answer because this paper's all beautiful and verklempt. I think it's called Nature's Sweetness. And again, it's in that suite that I just showed you. Okay, beautiful. Both. They're two separate stamps and die sets. In there, you can order one of everything in the suite very easily. Nature's Sweetness, yes. Okay, so that's the paper, and that's gonna just go right down here. See, I already know how my different layers are, and I don't have any ribbon underneath this or anything, so we can lay it down flat. Oh, and my friends also got this. Ah, isn't it so cute? I may have showed you this before. And remember I told you, like, don't waste your calories on those cow tails. They're so odd tasting. They're supposed to be caramel, but my mom bought them I was telling my mom, like, these are crappie. And she said, yeah, she had bought them for something for the restaurant, and she thought they were like half flour. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It was like floury. So it's a rave review. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell them. You can buy them. I bought them on Amazon. It was for the packaging, right? And then the die cuts. Remember that die cut? Isn't that cool? Look at that. And then I just have a little strip of crumb cake for the sentiment. Of course, I have that die cut in garden green. And so look how it die cuts. But then it also has this beautiful embossing all throughout. And I have done that on adhesive sheet to make sure that it sticks. And then this is from the Everyday Details. It's like a killer die set. It's new. And I just thought that all those little dots around it were a perfect little addition. And so I'm going to grab both garden green and old olive glue, I was going to say, ink. How about that? And then I just enter what do I want to say? I mixed the colors. There's no right or wrong because we're using both of those colors. And some people in the class used only one color or another or whatever. So, and then finally, we need the cork rounds. And these were ones that I was like, okay. And then I got them again. It must be a tactile thing with them or something. I'm in love with them. And so, again, if you were in the Paper Palama paper share, I believe I sent you a strip of these so you can try them. And guess what? You're going to like them. So anyway, they are cork rounds 162643. Okay. All right. Let's do a little stamping. This is Stamp and Chat after all. So, as I said before, I'm running a little low on iron, and I knew that before the doctor told me that, of course, because this is a recurring theme. I have had the best fortune. It was not because of luck, but I'll still say, luckily, I haven't had to have an infusion for a long time for iron. So, my number's up. I got to go in for two or three of those, and that's okay. And now let's do the today. I think we have enough space. Yep, today is all about you, or just a little note. I love the sentiments that say like hello or just a little note because you can use it for everything. And how I think it gives you an excuse or it gives you encouragement to literally send those hello cards. Sometimes those are the cards that, because they hit me out of the blue, right? Make me so happy. And so, as we say, make a card, send a card. You got to finish that second part. Now I need an insert that's going to be 3 3/4 by 5. And I am doing basic white. I don't always do basic white, but yes, Casey, I will feel better. Just takes a lot of time. They will give me 3 over the course of 4 weeks. The last one takes about 4 hours. But I mean, it's not like I can't set up shop and start stamping, but I could do a kit if I wanted. But what I do is I do business, right? So I'll probably follow up on emails. I'll sign people up for classes. I do not sit there and do nothing. And it's usually Stampin' Up, which I love so much. Okay, so garden green now. I'm not even going to worry about cleaning that off. And again, this collage style card is all about mixing and matching layers and different shapes and things. So while you don't see a ton of the stamping, I think it definitely adds to it. And so I am going to, how I do my quote unquote random type stamping is I usually do it on the diagonal. I find that then you don't work yourself into a corner where you can't stamp something. And if this paper were going to be showing even more, then I would rotate the stamp, but it doesn't really matter. So in that way, by doing it diagonally, then when you're looking at it, it's still kind of random, but you can more evenly space them. And that's always kind of important to me. And then I took this because see how this is perforated. I took this and I kind of folded this up. And if I was, feeling it, I would rip some of it off. So, so yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody is saying, yeah, KZ, he had to have blood transfusions. And sometimes they do take like 8 hours. Mine do not. None of my infusions do. I'm so lucky. Hello, Mary Ellen, supporting the team again tonight. You've been there since 3 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Yes, you do need to be on the couch. It's couch time, girl, but you're supporting the team. I love it. Okay, and so I think that's it for the little isn't that pretty? I mean, don't you just marvel sometimes when you stamp an image and then it's like, look at all of the detail in this. My gosh. We have the best artisans. I will fight anybody who says otherwise. I might lose, but I will fight them. I don't want to hear that nonsense. We have the best artists. And then I'm just kind of putting this up in the corner of that. And then actually, I am not finished with that because I stamped, again, I just stamped like a little there. Okay, and even I got this kind of crooked, but guess what? For this style, it's fine. Oh, thank you for sharing, Kathy Strang, and it's nice to see you again. Yes, Corinne, I kind of do too. I found myself, I was like, this set is so brilliant. It doesn't look any different than any other set, but it's brilliant because if it can make me just start making a collage card, the watermelon's nice too, but that's not what I was talking about. Anyway, notes of nature. It's just, there's something to it. And then I was using this and this on a totally different card today. So that's why I was surprised that it was back in the stamping section because I've been using it. Okay, where's my little strip of crumb cake? There. And you get to do a fair amount of stamping with all of this. Let's do garden green. No, let's do old olive because everything else, including the die cut, is garden green. Let me get that up front right here. Okay. And so for this particular class, I cut all of the die cuts because I had them working on so many things. Plus, we also played bingo, which was very fun. But I will say, when you come to a class of mine, normally I have you doing all of the die cutting or the punching, all the stamping, of course, because this is as much of a tactile hobby or activity as it is a visual hobby. That is what I think. And so you get to know about all of the different tools that we use. And I teach you different techniques. We don't shy away from heat embossing. We don't shy away from dry embossing. You know, everyone, like Kathy was talking about, every once in a while, an embossing folder used to get snapped. But you know what? It doesn't anymore because everybody knows how to do it. So if you're ever in the area or if you're from the area of Boise, Idaho, please come and stamp with me, okay? All of my events are listed over on thestampingzoo.com. And so, yeah, it's very fun. Hello, Marcia. That's okay that you're coming in late. We're glad to have you here. Okay, and so now let's just assemble, right? So I have the insert, and this is a birthday card. Dare I say this could be a masculine birthday card or a feminine birthday card or a birthday card for somebody from your office or a birthday card for your Nana. You know what I mean? It's like it's not an impersonal card, but it could be a very personal card. Okay. I didn't even call my grandma's Nana, but my mom, that's her name now. So, all right. And then I kind of just put this over here, and then we're going to start building, right? And then we want the field notes stamp. And I kept my tape, kept my seal to the inside of those dots. Okay. I'm bringing that out here a little bit. Let's say like right there. And then we're going to take one of these, and they're so fun because after you, now I ran this through the die cutter 4 times. So I ran it up, and back. Okay. And that's okay, Roz. And so anyway, I want you to know that with the adhesive sheet on the back of these, especially where this one is die cut and it has some embossing on the leaves, it takes a little bit of pressure sometimes. And this, let's see, let me see if this one's going to come off easier for me. Not with that. Not with that, it's not. I have a take your pick out here already. There we go. With the pointy end. And of course, they all have the same tools, and then just kind of be a little slow with that because of all the little pieces and parts. And then I ran it right towards the spine of this piece of crumb cake. Oh, and actually, I end up getting rid of a little bit of the bottom of it because it's so long. Isn't that great? I was trying to kind of go on the other side of where it says field notes. See right there? So I'm kind of like, I want to see that and then bring this in. Snippers. Where are the snippers? Okay. And let's take this one off and then see. Oh, so cute. Perfect. Okay, if you received this from me, by the way, if you received this from me, this is how you can put it on your snips. But you guys have been making up different ways to use them because I just sent them in a lot of kits. I just sent them. Somebody told me that they hung it on the Christmas tree. Okay. Somebody told me that they hung it from their rearview mirror. And so you can make this into anything you want. I just thought that was really fun. I was like, oh, I guess I didn't say exactly what it was. And when I send them in the mail, sometimes people are like, oh, it's Christmas time. So it's Christmas decoration. Oh, well, I expanded my knowledge of what it was. Let me grab that wavy trim. I know that's over here. Come here now. Isn't it fun? Ooh, yeah, this is in the annual catalog. Okay. And then actually, I'm going to do this thing that one of my stampers did. She tore this, which I thought was brilliant. I cut it on the bias on one side and then left the other side straight. That's an option too. But if you cut it, it gives you one more layer of texture, right? And if you pull it towards you like that and then rough it up, you can rough it up with your scissors too, but then it looks, yeah, I think that looks even better for this type of card. Okay, and then I want this to be a little bit longer than my sentiment because nothing's going to really line up. That's not that. This is not that card. It's not a lineup and like asymmetrical card. This is a free flowing card. Let me get rid of this pin right now. I did find one in my bedroom rug. Jenny, can you believe that? Yes, Jenny's like, yes, I can. Now I know, and I have my Goosey over here. She's on duty, but I thought I better just take care of that ribbon while I had it. This I'm going to put up on dimensionals, but I want to keep my dimensionals towards the top of it because of the trim. I want to try and sneak the trim underneath it. So see, I'm lining up a flat edge. And when you do that, then it's going to be really easy to like sneak that underneath there. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and then I'll know exactly where I want to place this. Love it. Oh, see how cute it is. Now I need to hold this up because everything else is cockeyed. And so I'm kind of using the what I want to say, the pattern of the designer series paper. Since it's newsprint, I'm using that to help me form a straight line. And then, like I said, I'm going to just, what did I glue this down with? Oh, I used glue dots. And I don't want it that long. And I do like that this end is kind of getting all crazy. So, in the world of, entertainment, what have I been doing? Well, I finished my book, my first book of the year, and went to book club yesterday, and it was so fun. One of the gals that has, she was in it when we first started, and then she had 3 kids, 1 boy, and then 2, and then a set of twins. And so, believe it or not, she didn't feel like she could do book club. Shocker. And so finally, the kids who were babies, I swear just yesterday, well, they're like, in varying stages of uh, later, later teenager life. And so anyway, guess who's back in book club? And it was so fun. We got to go to her house and just had a delicious dinner, talked about the book, which is called Whistling Past the Graveyard. And it's always so fun to go and talk with other people about a book because, and I do this a lot, and it's just a good, like, it's entertaining, but it's also a good lesson to know this, that I just assumed everybody would think this certain thing about the book. And no, we had different opinions, believe it or not. So I highly encourage you, even if you do like an online, I mean, in person is always the richest experience, right? But even if you do like an online discussion with people about whatever book you may be reading, it's just, it just adds something to it. And isn't it nice to be able to talk with people about, a shared experience, like reading a book? You know what I read in the New York Times? You've probably, lots of you saw it too, I'm sure, but because you're readers, right? But it said that, I don't know, let me try and state this correctly. It said that out of everybody polled, I don't know how this poll was done, but basically the average number of books read by Americans in a year was, what do you think? Put it in the comments. What do you think? The average number of books read by an American in 2023. I'm already kind of told you by my face the look of disgust. And here's our beautiful card. Let's switch back to our card. Jean thinks the average is 12. Anna thinks the average is 25. What? Tina, you no, no, no. Just per person per year, the average. Jan says 2. Leslie says 1. Leslie, you don't have a lot of faith in Americans, do you? Corinne says 4. Deborah says 47. 1. Yeah. 3. Jan, you're right. 2. 2 books. I mean, oh, that hurts my heart. Do you know how many beautiful books there are out there waiting to be read? I mean, I could go on, but you do not want to hear me get on my soapbox about reading. And it's not because I read 20 books a year either. Last year, tough, tough. Didn't feel good. Went through surgery, all that stuff. Still read more than 2 books. And even I would say, like, even if you listen to it on Audible, that's better than nothing, right? Like, I've been doing that for a few years because of one thing is I love to work on my projects, work on my business while I'm doing that. So anyway, okay, Kathy reads 2 books a month. Kathy, you're reading 12 times more than most of the people in the United States. Just remember that when you're trying to have conversation with a stranger, okay? On that note, we can come back to that, but I am going to share my screen and we are going to have a drawing. We should have a drawing for a book, but we're not going to have a drawing for a book. That's a different discussion. We're going to have a drawing for, I've totally forgotten what I already told you I was going to share. Embellishments and, oh, that cool pack of black and white paper. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Now I can only send product to people in the United States, but if you're in another country, please go ahead and share and write shared because first of all, I just love seeing it. And if it makes you happy, then somebody else is going to be entertained by it. And I'll still send you a card. And I'll try to send you, a card like we just made. I'll try and make it like an extra special card. Okay, and with that, we had 18 shares and 2 extra shares, but the people who won in the last 2 weeks are not in the drawing. So, oh gosh, that was very easy, wasn't it? Well, it's Bella. Um, sorry, Brene. You were just like one tiny little spin away. I bet it'll be your turn next time though. And so Della, good job. Della lives in I want to say Della lives in North Carolina, and that might be wrong. But Della, if you're out there, congratulations. I'm going to be sending you some product. And so, what I need you to do is I need you to message me, private message me, your mailing address, please. I am in the process of changing over the software that I use for mailing. And so I don't remember if I have your address or not, but just to be safe, send it to me. I thank you so much for that. This is such a fun part for me and it really does make a difference in my business. Otherwise it's just me out here peddling my wares and doing my very best. But when you lend a voice to the Stamping Zoo, you're helping me out. You're helping me by telling the people that hey, go over and take a listen to this. See what this gal does. Sure that's just how you speak. And so anyway, I really appreciate it. And it does make a difference in exposure for the Stamping Zoo. I am a small business of one, as you know. And so that's very helpful. Oh, sorry. I was pushing on something that was just a photo, not a real thing. And I wondered why nothing was happening. Okay. We are going to now remove that. There we go. All right. And so, Della, congrats. I'm very happy that that came up for you. There we go. Mm. Kathy, whose eyes are deteriorating? You say mine? Well, they are tired, but I think you might be thinking that I said eyes instead of iron. If you're talking to me, I just don't have iron. And you know what? Now I feel so much luckier. Oh my gosh, I feel so much luckier. There she is. Congrats, Della. Good job. Oh, Jean. Oh my goodness, Jean. Jean. Oh, you thought your eyes were changing. You've really been slacking lately, though, as your eyes are changing for the worst. I don't like hearing that either. My goodness. Okay, we'll get back to that, Jean. But let's make a card. All right. How about that? So last week, I also showed you all sorts of swaps, right? And somebody sent a beautiful swap with the watercolor melon. This is a free selection. With a purchase of $50 of product, you can choose the stamp set. And as I said, I feel bad for little watercolor melon because I was kind of underwhelmed when I saw it in the flyer. And now I'm like, why was I underwhelmed? Because it's so fun to use. Okay, I don't know what it is. It's a distinctive stamp, see? And you can do all sorts of things with it. And it pairs with our really cool modern oval punch. Guess what? It's not over here either. But, the room's tiny. So this is okay. It's good for me to get up and walk around. Let's see. Where are you? Now, here's the good news, bad news. The good news is a lot of you already have the modern oval punch. And the bad news is if you don't, you're going to be waiting until mid-April because it went on back order. And so did the hexagon punch. And so I just want you to know that it's on back order. The company will get it back. All will be right with the world. And for this particular project, you could still fussy cut it, okay? Because we are just going to fussy cut. If you had to fussy cut, you would just have to fussy cut the watermelon and the slice. This is a circle punch, brother. I don't think I have that over here either. But let me take just a moment and tell you about some fun things going on at the zoo. So, first of all, you know that there's a fantastic starter kit right now, and I would love it if you join my team because I'll take care of you. No, because I have lots of fun things that are special to my team, and you can find out more about that if you do go over to thestampingzoo.com and take a look at the tab that says "Join my team." Okay. You can read more about me. You can see pictures of my roommates and you can see pictures of a couple of events and stuff. And if you want to, you can find out why it is I do what I do every Thursday night. And you can find out that buying a starter kit does not mean you have to do this at all. In fact, I don't remember exactly what percentage, but the vast majority of people who purchase the starter kit are their only customer. They're just happy as a clam, just doing that. And there's no pressure from the company, me, or anybody else to do anything different. If you want to, the options there. Okay. So just so you know, the kit special right now is if you purchase for $99 plus tax, if applicable in your state, you get to purchase either $155 of product or you get to choose $125 of product plus this beautiful glass mat studio on the left hand side, part of which we're using right here. Okay. That's a $60 value. I paid $60 for it. And I think it's a great bargain. It's so fun. It's become just a part of my crafting tools, and I love it. So, but if you already have a glass mat, don't want a glass mat, you can choose to have an extra $30 of product only through February to add to the starter kit. So that makes the starter kit $155 of any kind of product you like for $99 plus tax. And again, so on your first order with your starter kit, you do not earn celebration rewards. You do not take celebration rewards. Let's see. There we go. Because my goodness, the starter kit is its own fantastic deal. It's the best deal that we have, actually. It's the best deal. Okay. But then after that, here's the cool thing is you can purchase products with at least a 20% discount, all your products. And then you get to choose celebration rewards. And you actually get to choose the celebration rewards based on the retail price, not your actual price. So it's just very nice. It's a very nice deal. It's super fun. You get online access to all of my classes. And I run several classes a month. So you get online access to all of those classes. And each of those is at least $15. So you get a chance to join my monthly team meeting, either live or via Zoom. And I have a special class that I just do for my team once a month. So just please keep that in mind. And everybody has a place on my team. So if you're wondering if I only work with demonstrators only, or I only work with people who only are their only customer, no, I work with everyone. Okay, I work with men, women, and as long as you live in the United States and you have a good attitude, as long as you like stamping and you live in the United States, come and join me. I would love it. Okay. So that's going on just for one more month. All right. Along with that, well, along with other events, I have a February stamp camp running. That's an in person event. Saturday, February 10th at 10 a.m. You will make 4 cards similar to what we're doing right now. And when you do that, the cost is free with a minimum order of $25, or you can just play $20. Hardly anyone pays $20. Even people on my team know that the better deal is just you know, place a $25 order. Okay. So please keep that in mind. And again, you can register for all of these. Either if you've been receiving my emails, you can register that way, or you can register over at thestampingzoo.com. And if you just don't even want to bother with that, you can just message me and say, here's what I want, and I will help you out. Okay. Now we have the Zubilee Crafty Kit was off and running last month with the Be My Valentine suite. And February is going to be no different. It's going to be just as beautiful. Well, it's going to be completely different, but it's going to be just as beautiful and fun. We are going to use the hot air balloon bundle, and it will feature products from I think it's called Up and Away. Sorry, the suite, the coordinating suite. Okay, so for $45 per month, each month includes about $25 of product and supplies to make several cards and projects. So you're going to craft along with me whenever you want to via videos, and also you'll receive a written PDF with color photos. Anna says it's fantastic. And Anna did such a fantastic job. She took a picture of all of her projects, and I was wowed. Anna, I was wowed. You cranked that thing out, and yours looked fantastic. So anyway, she's part of a separate Facebook group, and we all chat there. Okay, so that's where I post everything for the group, and then once there's no, what do I want to say? You can cancel at any time, but should you decide to remain in it for 6 consecutive months, I'm going to send you a goodie bag full of $25 worth of Stampin' Up! Product. Okay. All right. So please, again, all of these links are available either down in the descriptions over on my website. Now, if you live outside the US, or if you have all of these products and you just want to watch the videos and get the written tutorial for inspiration, you can do that. If there's a $15 option, it is not a subscription. So I will be offering this separately every month. Oh, that's sweet. Anna says I'm a good teacher. Thank you. Um, and anyway, you can just receive access to the Facebook group. And Roz just did that today for the bees. So it's just as simple as just registering, and then I let you into the group. Okay. Now, February game night is coming up. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So it's going to be on Saturday, February 24th. It's going to start at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. I tried to set it at a time that works for the 4 time zones in our country. Okay. So I really want you to come and join me. Now, I will say right now, we need some more people to play. Okay. So you still have time to sign up. I really want you to sign up by the 5th. I'll probably even take you a little later than that. Hello, Becky. But please sign up. Yes, Jan says yippee. Now here's the deal. So we get together and we have this class, okay, featuring the cutest cows. I put together a class for you. I send out all of the product. If you want to purchase the bundle from me at the same time, then you let me know that and I send it along, okay? You will earn a level 1 celebration reward from me if you purchase that bundle from me, even though it's not $50. That's just going to be a little bit of my gift to you. Okay. So you'll get all of that in a package, and then we will craft together and play our bingo together. Okay. And it's real bingo. It's not just picking numbers. I actually send bingo cards out to you because I think that's more fun. And so I send the copies of the bingo cards. We play another version of bingo that's really fun. That's nice. But here's the cool thing that I think is really fun is we play via Zoom. And so if you want to meet people that you've been talking with in the comments, they're going to be on Zoom. Okay. So Roz is going to be on Zoom. Don't you want to talk to Roz? Don't you want to hear these people's actual laugh? I'll tell you who I really want to play, who I want to have play, and that's KZ, because to hear KZ's laugh makes me laugh. Okay. So, KZ, no pressure, but we want you to play bingo. Anyway, so it's like this, only it's a richer experience because you'll get to all see and chat with each other. Okay. And of course, I'm going to give away awesome prizes. We're definitely going to have the Trusty Tools bundle. That's going to be one of the prizes. I'm going to give away some just gift certificates for whatever you'd like to purchase. So there's going to be all sorts of fun things. Yeah. Snickers played last time. Oh, see, you get to bring your pets. You get to sit in pajamas if you want. Sometimes I even send a snack. So please think about it. Okay. It's $45. And you never know, you might be the big winner in the game night, as well as just having fun with the class itself. Okay. And then finally, if you purchase $150 of product before tax and shipping with me during January and February, either in one order or in 10 orders, it doesn't matter, but a combined total of $150, then I am going to give you admittance into my free celebration, and that is an online class and game day as well. It'll be in early March, and part of what you will earn for free from me is I'll show you this in a minute when we have a bigger screen, but you're going to get the detailed dogwood stamp set. So if you're planning on earning the celebration from me, don't worry about adding this to one of your orders because you're going to be getting it for free, okay, from me at the end. And all the cards will kind of focus on using the detailed dogwood in our designs. And as I said, we'll play games for prizes. There'll be some snacks in there because, snacks are fun. And it's all online and it'll be early March. So I do thank you so much for all of your patronage and for spending some of your crafting budget and crafting time with me. I just appreciate it so much. It's just so fun. It's so fun for me. I love doing this. And I only hope that I make it really fun for you. Okay. So again, if you do earn the celebration, it's this detailed dogwood stamp that we will be working with. You will receive that from me in the kit. Okay. One thing about the $150, it can be, you're getting a $30 credit, $30 towards that if you purchase the Zubilee craft kit. If you're coming to a class that is free with a minimum order, the minimum order does not also count for the celebration. So you get to use it for one or the other. Okay. All right. All right. Let's make this watermelon card. It's going to be pretty fast. And as you guys can ask me questions about anything, I know that I go through that pretty quickly, right? But you can certainly ask me questions as we're working along here about any or all of those events. And I will also just take time to talk with you one-on-one on the phone. You can text me. I'm going to give you my number right now, 208 830 6328. You can text me and ask me specific questions that you have about any of those classes or about the starter kit. People sometimes have questions like, is it really that easy? Or what are you trapping me into? And I'm just all about giving you the facts and then letting you make up your own mind, right? Like I can only tell you it's a great deal. You have to decide if it's a great deal or not for you. All right, so let's take this little leaf and tendril. See, the stamp set even looks like, I'm cute, but unassuming. But no, it's very fun. Okay, let me put away this Notes of Nature because goodness knows it's going to be one of my favorites. I don't want to lose it. So thank you. Elizabeth says, cute cow card. Thank you. Okay, that's a little big. Let's use this. And so this is Granny Apple Green and Flirty Flamingo. And the other thing about the watermelon is, of course, you can use so many different colors, right? You can use Old Olive. You can use Garden Green. You can use, what's that called? Parakeet Party. And then you can make a real red watermelon, or you can make sweet sorbet, or you know what? You can even make like lemon lolly. Don't we have golden watermelons? And finally, you can make a rainbow colored watermelon if you want, because this is your card. You don't have to make things look like they are in nature. Okay, I'm pulling out this little. I need a little extra. Oof. Pulling out the paper piercing mat because I want a little extra cushioning underneath this. Oh, and I know what else I need to do too. My ink. Don't forget about this trick. So this is a distinctive stamp, right? And I didn't love that impression. So I'm pushing some of the ink down with a very cute credit card. And then I just wipe the credit card off on my chamois. But then I'm going to get a better image. It lets all of the distinctive subtlety kind of come through a lot better. There we go. I like that a lot better. I'm going to just stick with my same little diagonal type pattern. Oh, I should have been turning it around though. You see a lot more. Let me see. Is that like bad? No, I like this. I think this is what I did on this one that I thought worked well. Was I turned it so that it was pointing one way and then the other. Okay. And when I'm doing diagonal, sometimes I'll start in the middle so that I know I'm between those two. Kind of like if you were laying bricks or something. I don't know. I say that. It's probably not the same at all, but just hang with me here. And then isn't this just a beautiful stamp in itself? Yes, it is. It's gorgeous. See here, and then finally we're coming down into the corner, right? And one goes here for sure. And then you're just going to have pieces and parts. Boop. Okay, gorgeous. Oh, we still need this. We need this for the watermelon. All right, and then I need a little bit of white. That's a lot of white. I'm gonna get a little scribbly scrap over here. Oh yeah, I think this is what I had in the class actually. That came in handy. And then again, this is where the distinctive part of the stamp really shines through. So you definitely want to make sure that your ink isn't too juicy. And give it a nice firm press there. Oh, it's so cute, isn't it? Okay, are we still on? You guys are being quiet. Don't fall asleep on me. I know some of you Easterners are like, wrap it up. We're tired, but we can't stop watching. Oh my gosh. Okay, speaking of, you guys, this is not something I'm watching. This is something I'm listening to. It's a podcast, and I think it's called It's like a true crime thing. So if you don't like this, by the way, where is Cindy Howard? Not that she likes true crime, but where is Cindy Howard? She's not here. Cindy Howard, if you're on replay, I want you to know I was wondering where you are. Okay, so I am currently as of last night. I'm listening to this true crime podcast, and I think it's called "Father Wants to Kill Us." Text me if you want the actual name of it, but I think that's what it is actually. It's about this guy John List, List. Oh, Cindy, there you are. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know why I thought about you right now when I was talking about true crime, but I was worried. I was worried, y'all. Something happened to Cindy. Okay, she's fine. Anyway, it's about this guy, John List, and they don't go into the heinousness of the crime so much, thank goodness, because it's a bad one. But it's enough to make a podcast about. And so they talk about finding this guy, really. And anyway, if you're into that kind of thing, it's definitely keeping my attention. My gosh, kind of like the nerve of this guy. Okay, I don't remember if I found that it was easier to stamp watermelon or rind first, but I do know that you have to kind of have your head up over it, right? Because sorry, I think I bonked you. But I like to do the darker color usually first because I feel like then I have something that I can um, look at when I'm looking through here. So I don't know. It worked out. It worked out then. But see, like, look at all the texture in this. Isn't that fun? It's not just flat, like cartoony looking, like if you were to just color it. It has all sorts of dimension and opacity in it. And of course, we can't forget the seeds. This is not going to be seedless. And even when they're seedless, they're not seedless. The seeds just are, you know, not that big. But we're going to make ours with big seeds. This is going to be an heirloom watermelon. Oh gosh. That sounds like a book that your daughter would love. It may have been a book, Jean. Yeah. Father Wants to Kill Us. I swear that's what it's called. If it's not, I'll get back to you. But the guy is a piece of work, shockingly. Okay, and so I just let this sit here for a minute because I need that black to kind of work its way in. And then I'm going to switch them around. Okay. And so there are two seed stamps in this set. There's the set of three, and then there's a single one. Okay. Look at that. Don't lose that stamp. No stamping when you're tipsy or you might lose it. And let's see, I'm going to put it like this. Okay. And, ooh, can I put that in there? Yeah. There we go. Oh, that's so cute. So yes, and we finished the book, like I told you, and now we're reading a book that's quite short. I was like, I don't even know how I can like relate to this book. It's only about 150 pages, but it's F. Scott Fitzgerald's first book. I'm not even going to try to remember the name because I won't. But anyway, that's the book we're reading for next month. And if you're interested, if anybody's interested, I'm happy to post our list of. Now check this out. This is clever. So clever, right? So you can just cut this watermelon half out with the punch and then snip off the top. And guess what? Then it's done. Isn't that cute? Can't beat that with a stick. All right, and then finally, I need a circle punch again. I think it's probably, let me measure this little darling so I don't have to keep you. Yep. Oh, it's 2 inches. I would have said 1 3/4. See, I would have been wrong. 2-inch circle punch. Where are you? There you are. My gosh, I hope I don't have some dimensionals or anything on my bum because you've seen it a lot tonight. I know. Look, Deborah, they're just so cute. They're so adorable, these little pieces. I love them. Okay. All right, we're so good. Facebook has me paranoid because of those couple times it wasn't very nice to me. Rude. But it's not been rude to me tonight, so I'm not being mean. Facebook, don't scare me. Time spent together is the sweetest. Of course, that's not on my desk. I'll tell you where that comes from. It comes from So Refreshing. And here it is. Okay. I thought this was a great one. I pulled this stamp set for my class because it's time spent together is the sweetest, happiest birthday. You could use thank you kindly, but you can't really use that on the circle. So we're going to use happiest birthday on this one. And I'm going to make sure this is inked up pretty good because remember, this pushed all my ink down to the bottom for the distinctive stamp. And I love that So Refreshing stamp set. It is in the annual catalog and it makes the most beautiful. It has a picnic blanket die with it. Oh, it's so pretty. It's the easiest picnic you'll ever put together. Hands down. Okay, so I took this and then I took, so that was a 2-inch circle punch. And then I took that leaf again, that I couldn't get enough of. This watermelon leaf. And I did kind of a watermark on it. Second generation stamping. Oh, there it is. So cute. So yeah, I did second generation stamping. Oops, with the leaf. Now, of course, you can do a wedge. You can also do a wedge with a bite out of it. And that's cute. So one of my stampers did the half watermelon and just kind of cut a bite out of that. All sorts of options. And then I'm just doing that. And it's very faint, but it's not nothing. There you go. Okay. All right. So beautiful, beautiful. And I also use the iridescent discs. That's an example of an item that might be sold out, but it was on the online exclusives that carried over from the holiday catalog. Okay, a nice basic white thick. We sell a basic white in thick and in regular weight, and you use the thick for when it's the card base, and you use the regular weight when you are die cutting, stamping, for everything else, okay? But you want to use the basic white thick for your card bases because as you start adding layers, etc. on here, the basic white thick is heavy enough to hold up all of this stuff that we're doing. Leslie, I need my Tim Holtz tonight. Let's check it out. Just a tiny bit off, but that's too bad. Okay, and then this guy, I'll use it on this guy ahead of time. So this guy is, again, make sure your seeds, I guess it doesn't really matter. Your seeds can go up or down on this, but I'm going to place it so they look like this, like regular raindrops, right? And then I'm going to put this again over here. And this Tim Holtz, thank you, Tim Holtz. He makes this ruler with the horizontal lines on it. So I can use that to line, like I put the black line straight down on the edge of my card. And if I hold this, then I know that I can line up my flirty flamingo, and then that will be straight across. Okay, it's pretty slick. Tim, I don't like everything you do, but I like your ruler. And he seems like a nice guy, and he has a lot of ideas. So Not gonna bag on him. Okay. And then the slice, of course, we want to give it some presents, right? So I am going to, oh, a what? Your friend made a puppy dog out of this set. Watermelon set, Jenny? Yeah, we need to see that. We need more information. Yes. Cindy wants to see it too. Well, I think everyone wants the set now, Cindy, now that we've taken a minute with it. But I was guilty too. I was like, "Oh gosh, I don't know. Would I want that or would I want all the paper?" Well, then I was like, I never get anything and think, "Gosh, I hate this." I never get anything free or as part of a reward from Stampin' Up or anything I paid for. I never get anything and think, "Well, that's a disappointment." Really, like Lisa, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, I should just like open the catalog, close my eyes, and point to something and then order that because I think I would be just as happy as poring over the catalog, but it's all fun. Okay, so here are the iridescent discs. I really like these, and I think you need some in your stash because they're flat. They are flat as a piece of paper, but they're shiny as any other embellishment, right? And so flat, at least in the US, means cheap postage, which just went up 2 cents for a regular first class stamp. So I think that makes it now 68 cents. And then an extra 40 cents if you have a big fat bow on it or something that has to be non machinable. So I'm not saying don't make those kind of cards, but if you can use things like this and it's still super eye catching and cute, why wouldn't you? Right? Okay, so there's our watermelon cards. I hope you like those. And of course, we had our Notes of Nature cards that I'm so glad I have two of them on hand now. So fun, so eye catching. So that's just a little bit about what you can expect if you come to a class with me. Every class is different, of course, though. Every class has different objectives. Some are just about fun folds. Some are, I mean, I don't even want to list everything. Every class is a little bit different, but I want you to know that my sentiment behind them is the same. And here's what it is. I haven't thought about this ahead of time, but I know what my sentiment is because my business objectives are very clear for you, and it's always to give you more than you expect. Kind of like what I just said about Stampin' Up! Stamps. My objective for you is when you receive your product or when you sit down in my home and make cards, I want you to leave thinking, wow, that was a great use of my time and it was a great use of my crafting budget. Okay. And of course, I want you to laugh and have fun and create a community within yourselves and be inspired and all of that good stuff. Because that's all stuff that you give back to me. You give it all back to me. And I just like hold on to it for a while and I give it back to you. Okay. And it just never ends, which is one of the best things about our crafting community. But I love that you joined me tonight. Thank you so much. If you're on replay, I love that you're joining me on replay. And that's the cool thing about it, right? Is I'm here for you, and then you fit it into your schedule. Okay, again, don't forget you can call me if you have any questions about products, starter kit, events, etc. Please go over to thestampingzoo.com and check it out. Lots of good information for you there. And have a great night. Have a wonderful weekend. And go make something and send it in the mail and make somebody smile. Okay? See you later, everybody.